Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In this week's video, we're going to talk about Harvest L 2.0 and how the script has kind of flipped on us from last year and some new lessons that we are learning. But first, before we get into today's video, guys, if you wouldn't mind, please hit the subscribe button if you are new here to the channel. And for those of you that have already subscribed, thank you so much. I really do appreciate all the support, and welcome to all the new subscribers. We have been killing it here on the channel, so thank you for joining us, and I really hope you enjoy the content here. First and foremost, guys, I got to give a big shout out to our volunteers. They really stuck through it this weekend. Just coming in on a weekday also, because we just had to get more done. So thank you. You guys know who you are if you watch the videos. Thank you. It has been just a real blessing to have these people helping me and the York River Cannabis in general to get the product in. If you guys are interested in product that we have available, go ahead and check out the links in the description below if you want hemp flower or anything like that. If you guys want to get on the waiting list for Biox, now is the time. The waiting list is growing by the day, and I'm not sure when it's going to hit the website at this point. It could be towards the end of the year. So if you want Biox sooner rather than later, get on the waiting list because that is now being prioritized. Okay, folks, so why am I calling this Harvest L 2.0? Well, if you guys have been with us since the very beginning, in 2019, our harvest was rough. It was a very, very hot fall. We were dealing with 100-degree temperatures, caterpillars everywhere. But the one key thing from last year that has really made a difference this year is it didn't rain. And so this year, the script has kind of flipped for us here on the farm. It has been relatively cooler this year. We do not have any caterpillars to speak of. As far as damage goes, guys, it's been really, really great. The Azamax, the lobster meal, has really just done a really great job of keeping the caterpillars out. But we have a new enemy here on the farm, and like I say, guys, I like to shoot it to you straight, and we are struggling big time with this one, and that is bud rot and mold. We have a biofungicide that we have sprayed in the past, but we're not going to do it during harvest. I just don't like spraying during harvest, and even with the Azamax, which I continue throughout the harvest, I always give the plants 3 days rest before I even touch them again, and that even went with BT. I just don't like to spray and then harvest. It's just not, I don't know, it just doesn't fit right with me. Some people in the company say it's okay, but that doesn't mean it's okay. So anyway, long story short, we've been running into a lot of bud rot, and even in the drying shed, we had a bust out of white mold. We had to clean out everything. So we had to peroxide all the trellises, everything. We had to pull out the buds that I had already trimmed, and we kind of hit the reset button on Saturday when I had the volunteers come, and we did a lot. And guys, the volunteers, boy, it's just been raining. Right now, it's unusually muggy. Like I said, it's been really cool lately. It's muggy, and it's just rained again for probably the third time this week. It's just been brutal, and the plants are getting beaten. The cherry wine have finally surrendered to the weather. They have taken a real beating these last couple days. The wet is just getting to them, guys, and there's nothing I can do at this point. I've staked them. They keep falling over, and every time I stake them now to pull them back up, they're snapping branches. So I've just got to leave them and keep harvesting, and it is what it is, and it's really unfortunate. But that's where I'm saying, like when we talked about harvest and when to harvest, we talked about that last week. Weather and Mother Nature play a huge role. I would like to wait another week before putting the pedal to the metal. Tomorrow when we have volunteers coming again, we're putting the pedal to the metal. 2 more days of straight up harvesting, and that's going to put us over the 50% mark, which is crazy to think that we're already halfway through harvest after this weekend. So with that being said, guys, we're fighting the weather. We're fighting this humidity. God, it is so humid. And the rain is just not letting these buds dry in the shed. And we've got fans blowing on them, and it's just, This is where, if you have a dehumidifier or an air conditioner in your drying area, it does give you the slight advantage, but you got to know what you're doing with it, because otherwise you could dry out your buds and you could still have an issue on your hand, just on the opposite side of having them dried out too fast. So it's definitely a fine line, and we're walking it right now, but hopefully the mold is behind us. We haven't lost a ton of the crop to mold. It's been relatively small amount that we found it on. Of course, we cut it and toss it into compost, which is way down there. We keep it away from the plants. But it's been a struggle. And all day Saturday, guys, it poured. And so you see the greenhouse behind me, that is where we trimmed all day. 4 of us stacked in there just trimming away on a rainy day. It was miserable, guys. And like I said, thank you to the volunteers. That's what keeps this farm going. And of course you guys do if you guys purchase hemp flower, but it definitely keeps us going. So I appreciate all the help. But you guys probably want to see the grow area. It looks a lot different now. A whole row is gone and the biocs have been started to being harvested. So let's go check out the grow area, and we'll go over to the drying shed in a little bit. Okay guys, so as you can see, that whole row is gone. Where Desert Snow and OCCBG once were, they are no longer. And this will be the scene throughout October. You're going to start seeing less and less green and more floor mats. But let's head in there and kind of show you what I'm talking about. You can see cherry wine is just laid right over. It's just taking a beating, guys. Not much I can do about it. I can try to restake some of these. See how they're just leaning right over. That one just damn near fell over, I think. So it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. You can see them down there. Just there's nothing I could do. Every time I move them, they're snapping branches. I can even see some snap branches in here I'm going to have to do later on. So it is what it is on that front. Out of Sweeten, they're leaning over, but they're doing all right. Here's Biox Berry. They're looking great. They've been able to stick through all this weather, so I'll give it to them. They're doing pretty good. A lot of leaves are dying on them, but you know, it is what it is with that. It doesn't really affect too much. Let's see. Come down here a little ways. Everything's looking good. This is Afternoon Delight right here. They are just about ready to harvest. So that'll be part of this weekend coming up. Afternoon Delight, which is right here, these 4. But here, see, here's some bud rot, guys. Look how quick. That wasn't even here yesterday. So I'm gonna have to come down here and cut that. So that's what bud rot looks like, guys. And it's been showing up more and more with this humidity, and it's been rough. Biox seems to have staved off most of the bud rot, but you can see some right there. You just got to cut it off. We're just trying to do the best we can. You can see we got a breakout right here of it, you know, and not much I can do. You just got to cut it, throw it away. Don't let it infect the rest of the plants. But yeah, so we've started Biox. This is thinned out. That's almost one whole Biox that's gone. And hopefully by this weekend, after this weekend, guys, this will be a different look for all these plants, and hopefully we can kind of get everything drying and moving forward on the harvests, because I think the rain is just playing a huge factor in these plants just not doing well during the harvest. So this is what it looks like right here. Let's head over to the drying shed. All right, folks, here is what we have gotten trimmed. There's some on the back side too. As you can see, we've started back there. But this is what's trimmed. We lost pretty much everything that was on this string, and then part of that panel to mold, and you know, it is what it is, and we're just gonna have to deal with it. Luckily, that was all Desert Snow and OC, and didn't really break my heart. It wasn't Biox or anything like that. But yeah, so they're drying pretty well. This is Desert Snow. Here is the much anticipated Biox. This will be the first crop of Biox to go, and So it's got about another 5 or 6 days of drying. Hopefully we get some drier weather and we can start trimming that up the second time and getting it out to all you on the waiting list. But yeah, so this is what we did on Saturday, and then on the Monday we had volunteers come in. That's what we did, followed by some of that. So we've been very busy here in the drying shed, and we're going to continue to push forward. So folks, that is what we're dealing with here. It's just been bud rot, mold, humidity, and just rain, and it's been tough. But this is the thing I always tell people, you know, hemp is a commitment, it's a push forward. There's always going to be problems. This is our second year of harvesting here, and completely separate problems. You know, we thought we had it this year, no caterpillars, you know, none of the hot weather was coming, but the rain's getting us, guys, and there's nothing I can do. You can sit out there with a blow dryer, it's not going to change anything. Rain is the rain, and we're going to deal with it as it comes. And we just got to harvest quick. We got to get it out of the field. Now we are on the clock, and our goal is to have that thing done by the middle of October, because who knows how much more rain we're going to get. And the longer it sits, the more chances it could get moldy. So it is what it is, guys. But if you guys have any questions, leave a comment below. If you guys want to email me, you know where to find that information down in the description below. I'm on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll get to you as soon as I can, guys. It's been really busy here on the farm. But that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and I will see you in another video.